Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ramble Stream podcast. I'm Richard.
And I'm Jansen. Each week, we sit down for rambling conversations about motorcycles, the experience of riding, design, and whatever else catches our fancy. Bring a beverage of your choice or stories, and we'll see where this takes us.
If you're interested in thoughtful conversations, friendly and informative banter with fellow riders, and the latest dispatches from Janus Motorcycles headquarters, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Good evening, and welcome back after the holidays to a new Ramble Stream. We're back for episode 111, 111.
I didn't even realize this is episode 111.
Yeah.
And January is the first month of the year.
It's very fitting.
And
very fitting.
January is also the month of Man, what an episode. This could
I think you got a good one.
Full.
It's one of those episodes that I feel pretty well prepared for, but I don't really know exactly what we're going to talk about. Those are the best.
I'll follow your lead. I don't have a single clue about a lot of those days. So,
well, we're excited to have you here in the new year. Like Jansen said,
January, Janus.
This is a month of Janus, so it's a very auspicious time of the year here at Janus Motorcycles. And I think for everybody in general, lots of time for reflection on the year previous and planning for the new year. And I think we will talk a little bit about that. We'll talk a little bit about the history of January, a little bit about Janus, a little bit about the reflections we've had over the last year and plans for the coming year. It's a good time to take a break from the rest of the year.
The old rat race, if you will.
Yes, if you will. It's good to be here. If you are new to the Ramble Stream, welcome, first of all, and take a minute to introduce yourself. We get to talk here into the microphones. You all get to type your comments below the video if you're on a desktop, or next to it if you're on, if you're on your phone. Watching us, but I'll go ahead and get started and tell you all a little bit about myself. Richard Worsham, founder and head of design here at Janus Motorcycles. This is we're entering into our 14th year.
Wow.
Doing Janus Motorcycles, and I ramble with. I'm broadcasting from the Ramble Studio, which is located at the Ramble HQ. No, the Janus HQ in downtown Goshen, Indiana, right in the heart of downtown. And I ramble with a 2009 Kawasaki KLR and a 2017 Janus Halcyon 250, serial number 68.
Wow.
And this evening, I am sipping on a lovely bourbon brought in as a gift to us from Jansen, E.H. Taylor, small batch, bottled in bond, and it's
really good.
Superb. I said earlier, it's remarkable.
You did say that,
and I will remark again.
I think this is my favorite
so far.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And I didn't know that. I've never had it until now. I took a glass before, but you know what I mean.
Go ahead and get.
My name is Jason, and I'm also coming to you live from Goshen in the Ramble Stream studio, sipping on some E.H. Taylor, thinking about how I'm going to not eat or drink anything probably for the next month because of how much I've consumed both beverage and food. I ramble in a Ford Lightning, which have been discontinued, sadly, and soon to be rambling on a Phoenix 450. I'm really sad about my truck being discontinued.
How long did they make it for?
I don't know how long. It's been like maybe a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years. They're not discontinuing it. They're just turning it from a full EV to a hybrid.
Oh, it's probably smarter anyway.
Yeah, it definitely makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
but still, it's kind of sad. First comment though, I don't know how our software here didn't pick it up, but Jason gave it away. Semtech was the first one. Semtech, we can't see your comment because we just can't. But coming in close second was Jason.
It's 7 a.m.
It is 7 a.m.
That was when that
Oh, yeah.
comment was made.
Jason made this comment at 7 a.m. this morning. I'm glad that you guys are waking up and looking forward to commenting and being first on the Ramble stream. Arlsberg, you almost got him. Maybe next time. We got a good question here, Richard, if you want to read that.
Yeah, we got a question regarding the WeFunder investor perks. Will the 5,000 plus investment perk provide lifetime rally access as all-inclusive VIP or VIP rally tickets, as I like to say, or as the more basic get me there tickets? I'm going to wing this one because I don't know the official answer, but because we're changing out the pricing structure for the rally, we'll have more announcements on that soon. We're actually going to have a meeting next week about the rally, get a little more info on that, but we're trying to make it more accessible to more people.
Nice.
And so the goal is to make it less expensive. And so for this perk to really mean something, I think it has to include VIP packs. Yeah. So yes, the answer is to your question is it will include a VIP lifetime.
Absolutely. Got Kelly in here saying all the funny jokes.
All the funny things.
All the funny
See you, Kelly.
We got Straw Dog. Greetings. Halcyon 250 number 769, patiently awaiting the snow in South.
This show. She's waiting for this show.
Oh my gosh. What's happening? I took a week off. What's happening? I'm sipping a 1919 root beer.
Nice.
Root beer is underrated for sure.
You got to do this one too, James.
Yeah, Janus McRider, Happy New Year as we wrap up the 12 days of Christmas.
That's great. It is. It's the last, next to last. No, is it? Tomorrow is the last day of Christmas. It's the 11th day.
Talking about how there are 12 days of Christmas for a reason. And it feels wild that a lot of us will just go Christmas,
done.
Yeah. And the New Year, and then,
Yeah. It's hitting toward Epiphany, or as our local Amish call it, Old Christmas. They close down for, so they will be closed.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Oh, you got Dave Hyde in here. Richard, if you want to read that one.
Dave Hyde from Patterson, New York, still trying to shovel in my Halcyon 250 number 387 while sipping some cheap Cabernet Sauvignon. All those New Yorkers drinking their wines.
Their wines. Stick with bourbon, guys. Just kidding. Wine's good. We've got Ride Scrambled Pegs. We got your email. This is, we got your email, and I watched the video. Did you watch the video?
No, I didn't get the video.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hi, guys. Josh with Scrambled Pegs in Ecuador, riding my Chinese Daytona Cruise. Oh,
just read it.
Crucero?
There you go.
200 and sipping on Gietig. This guy rides a lot.
He rides a lot.
From what I understand from the very, very quick video I watched. That man has rode. Where you update us on what you did on your Harley Softail. We're glad to have you here, and someone's gonna be reaching out soon. Yeah. Who else?
Just skip Confetti Egg. Halcyon days ended.
Can't nap. Confetti Egg. Today is the last day of the 12 days of Christmas. How are you doing, our only Twitch viewer?
Charles is on. Halcyon days ended last Monday. Greek mythology.
Oh, there you go. Halcyon days. Scrambled Peg is a good name. I agree. Well, let's get on with the show. I think it might be, unless you want to do some more comments. I scrolled over a lot.
Do we have any more?
I've got a new name here that I don't recognize. I don't know where the first comment came from, but this is
a couple more.
Smogs Den. It's talking about some tools and a camera. Smogs Den, we're glad you're here. Glad to see you here. We've got Bert Beavers. Ford wrote off $19 billion to write off their electric vehicle production. That sounds like another company that we're aware of named Harley.
Well, they haven't written it off yet.
Oh, they should. See Lightwater. Let's see. I want to find Smogan Den's first comment here.
Uncle Voodoo's on.
Turbo on a Janus?
Bimble's getting a turbo. Is Uncle Voodoo putting a turbo on his bike?
Uncle Voodoo, you have to tell us.
I think he has.
It's like you're a police officer. If you're a police officer, you have to say, are you putting a turbo on your Janus? Because if you are, That's going to be awesome. I'm not new, he says. Just a new channel name. Started my YouTube journey with the CB900F. Well, glad to have you here. On to the poem.
Well, let's go ahead and read a poem. On the pre-ramble stream, I was trying to figure out if I had already done this once or twice, and then it kicked us into a discussion of what actually constitutes tradition. How many times do you have to do something for it to become a tradition? But I can't remember if I've only done this once or if it's been twice. But regardless, I will be doing this again next year. This is a great poem. It's about the turn of the century, not just a turn of a year. This is The Darkling Thrush by Thomas Hardy. I leant upon a coppice gate when frost was spectre gray, and winter's dregs made desolate the weakening eye of day. The tangled vine stems scored the sky like strings of broken lyres, and all mankind that haunted nigh, that sought their household fires. The land's sharp features seemed to be the century's corpse outlent, his crypt a cloudy canopy, the wind his death lament. The ancient pulse of germ and birth was shrunken hard and dry, and every spirit upon earth seemed fervorless as I. At once a voice arose among the bleak twigs overhead, in a full-hearted evensong of joy illimited. An aged thrush, frail, gaunt, and small, in blast-beruffled plume, had chosen thus to fling his soul upon the growing gloom. So little cause for carolings of such ecstatic sound was written on terrestrial things, afar or nigh around, that I could think there trembled through his happy good-night air some blessed hope, whereof he knew, and I was unaware. And then the little bit about that is that was written on December 31st, 1900, the last day of the 19th century.
Wow.
Beautiful poem, though.
That's nice.
From a man better known for his novels than his poetry, but still a good poem.
Yeah. I have to say the obligatory line.
I really like that one more than all the other ones.
Well, no, I just like that one. That one's good. Poetry is a learned taste. We've got Jordan Hand.
Hey, Jordan.
Howdy from Wyoming. Waiting on Halcyon 450, number 422. Drinking on ice cold Founders IPA. It's a great,
good Midwestern beer.
That's a great drink. Well, we talked about a little bit about what we're doing tonight, what we're talking about. I just want to give a couple reminders. You guys can chat, and you should chat, and you shouldn't be a lurker. If you want to get plugged into this community, just type away. Doesn't matter what you say. We might get your comment. We might not. We'll do our best.
It just matters how you say it.
Right, exactly. It's got to be kind of funny or about Crocs. That'll get my eyes. Second thing is, you guys are going to notice a membership or a join button below this video. If you guys would like access to the pre-ramble, which is about 30 minutes of us kind of getting the stream put together. Sometimes we kind of divulge secrets early there, and you also get access to that, as well as week early access to the videos we produce and some members-only shorts.
And speaking of videos that we produce, there haven't really been a whole lot lately.
There haven't.
Tell us about that.
Why? I wonder.
What I mean, are we going to see some soon?
Oh, we'll see some soon. We're ramping up production here, starting on the 13th.
13th
will be our first long form video. We're going to be pumping them out.
So is that date when everyone gets to see it? Or when pre-ramble?
That's when members get to see it.
Members get to see it. So 1 week later, it will be released to the public.
Yep. So on the 20th.
Okay.
Yep.
So there you go.
That's what you have to look forward to. A lot of fun content coming down the line.
Let's talk more about that in the ramble.
Yeah, maybe do like a little Sportster 883 versus a Halcyon 450 video. I don't know. Maybe. Cool. We'll see. Yeah, but we're really excited about the content coming down the line. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Great.
Eddie.
Any other reminders?
I had one more, but I can't remember exactly what it was.
Okay. Well,
I'll remember it later. We've got an hour. We've got so much time.
I'll just reiterate that we do love to hear your comments, and that little litany of who you are, where you're dialing in from, what you ramble with. We love to hear it.
Yeah.
I haven't. You may have skipped over Gary Smith.
I was literally just thinking about
Gary always takes it away. Well, and Charles. I mean, there's a couple of people on here and they list all the vehicles that are usually motorcycles. But if you do have a Janus, tell us the serial number. It really does help us kind of picture who you are and where you're from. So yeah, it's great.
It's always fun. I think I said this last stream or the stream before. It's always really funny meeting you guys at the owners rally because I know you by your usernames and I can't hardly see I know you by your usernames and the little circles with either your initials or your actual face on them. So it's fun to put a face to a name. And the more information,
beware the Jabber Crocs, my son.
Here we go. You were going to talk about getting new Crocs. No, Kelly, I wasn't going to talk about getting new Crocs. What I was going to talk about, though, was maybe building an inventory bike.
Ooh. So tell us what you want us to build.
Yeah, tell it what model, what that's the first question. What model, what color? You guys have any like color combos that have been piquing your interest as of late? I feel like the maze always gets
any that we've seen on Facebook. Any comments for people curious?
Any requests?
Any requests?
Color requests? I think we've done.
I can have no recollection of what we've done.
We've done a Halcyon 250. Yeah. Yeah. Maze. Can't do a Phoenix 250, unfortunately. Can't do a Phoenix 450 either.
Yeah, that would be cool. We'll be able to do it soon. We got a request for cream.
Cream with flames.
250 with flames.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah, leave that one alone.
I'm just not gonna touch that one. I saw your comment. We saw your comment, Janus MC Writer. A cream. Let's do a cream Halcyon 250, or Strelog wants to do blue Phoenix 650.
Gloss black tank and fenders on a light blue or yellow frame. I don't have the ability to change that frame.
Wish we could.
But we could.
I'm sure at some point that could be something we do.
I like that though.
Mark, good to see you. Good afternoon. I'm assuming you're on the West Coast here. Good to see you. Okay, let's do.
Let's start with cream, and then we can maybe do a maze as well.
A Halcyon 250, right?
Sure. Why not? We can do whatever model we want later.
We can do whatever the heck we want.
Let's just zip through here.
Now, our stream, dang it.
One of the things that you'll notice here is that this doesn't show a tank logo.
Mm-hmm.
That's a glitch.
That's a glitch.
You'd have to get a tank logo.
You have to.
So
it's required.
We're working on that right now.
Cream. What color pin?
It's looking like Halcyon number 68.
It sure is.
If it has a gold pinstripe, that'd be 68. No, let's do something different than gold.
Let's do. Well, let me. Hold on.
I haven't seen. I really mean that. I don't see a lot of cream with red pinstripe.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I like that.
Do a second pinstripe.
Second pinstripe should be. What color, Richard?
Try silver first.
Silver.
Can't see it. Do black.
It reminds me of Budweiser.
Do
which I like.
That's interesting.
I don't think I like that. We've been doing green and red for like the past 4 or 5.
Do blue.
Do blue. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
That's
like
it feels like
with the cream, it's not like red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Just sharp.
It feels more vintage.
Do that.
I like that.
I like that one.
Wheel pinstripe.
Do it.
I was gonna say, we can do it. Let's do cream.
Ooh, interesting. This is definitely a color scheme I've never seen before.
Dare we?
Try it.
Nah.
All right, let's get a logo on here. It needs it.
Let's go.
Silver.
Let's just see what we can.
Oh, looks so sharp.
Let's just see what the other options are. I hate that. Silver.
Silver or gold?
Silver is definitely the way. That looks very nice. Okay, standard fender. Yep.
That's a pretty solid color scheme.
I like that. I like the DuckTales too.
Did you just turn the fenders off?
I turned the fenders off.
That shouldn't happen either.
I said,
Okay.
I don't want fenders.
You can't order a bike without fenders.
Can I get no fenders, please?
No.
Yep. Okay.
That's good. Yep. I like that.
I'm such a sucker for skirted.
So what about black for leather? What do you think? You can do brown. No.
I like that one the best.
Let's do a fishtail.
Let's do black.
Okay.
I think brushed for sure.
Yeah. Nice.
We got to do, guys. We got to do the tie downs.
Always.
Where are they? We got to do bar ends too. We got to do the sergeant seat.
Yep.
We got to do the tie downs.
Always.
That's a good looking bike.
I just everything else aside, the color scheme is actually pretty sharp.
Yeah. I
really like that.
I'm a fan. It needs a mud flap.
Who said that? No, that.
Uncle Vu
He
said-
sent me an email. He's got mud flaps on his.
Oh, does he?
He made them. Yeah, I think he dented his fender and he kind of trimmed it and put a mud flap. It's Devin and I used to talk about doing mud flaps on them.
Really?
But we wanted to do them in leather. Off the bottom of the front.
Oh, that would be
fenders.
sharp.
It would look really good.
That would look really good.
Yeah.
Gary Smith says it looks like white on my TV.
Well,
Gary,
for once,
it might.
you need to get yourself a new screen.
You might need to get a new monitor. I don't know. Ours, I'm pretty confident.
Looks great on this.
Janus looks much better in person than on that configurator. Just saying.
Well, that is true of just about every person who sees one, whether it's a photograph or a rendering. They always look better in person. And sometimes products don't look as good in person as they do on a photograph.
Yeah.
And so I'm very happy. I mean, it's a good problem to have, let's just say.
I also would much rather be on this side of things where it's like, wow, that looks so much better in person than, ooh. Yep. It's like when you go to a house.
If we could achieve some parity, it wouldn't be a bad thing.
Right. But it's like when you go to, you're visiting a house for the first time you're on the market and the pictures look awesome. And you get there and you're like, oh my gosh, why did we come here?
Yep. Yeah, we're not subject to that. Mud flap would be a cool accessory for the soft roaders.
The soft roaders. What's a soft road? Like a gravel?
Maybe people that are going, not loose terrain,
not asphalt.
Need to develop a croc configurator for Jansen.
No. Crocs have only one style, so can't do that. I like this a lot.
I have a pair of Crocs.
Richard, you gotta wear them one day.
I have a pair of Crocs, but mine are real Crocs. They're brand name,
not knockoffs.
And they're I call them my combat Crocs.
Why?
Because they have like Velcro, and they're like,
oh shoot,
they're like all terrain.
You got extra grip.
Yeah,
shoot,
combat Crocs.
You know, it'd be cool.
And they're desert brown.
Of course they are. I wouldn't expect anything else. Some cleated.
I do not wear them in public. Rarely, at least.
I just did the fender work. Huntley made the flap. He's talking about his mud flap.
Oh, cool. Huntley and Co. He makes the mud flaps.
That's really cool.
And he's on the Ramble stream, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
that's really cool.
Is he here today? Is he here right now?
I don't know if he's. Am I making that up?
That name sounds
Huntley
familiar.
Cycle Co. Or so there was something like that. He was on the.
It might be someone else, but it does sound familiar.
Very cool.
I'm happy with this. This feels like a winner.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like a winner.
Great. Let's do. Do we have time for any more? You want to do a Griffin?
Let's rip through it.
No, you don't have to.
No, we don't have time.
We don't have time.
I mean, we still.
If we don't have time, that's fine.
We can come back to it, but
we aren't going to come back.
We're not going to come back to it. But yeah, at this point. Happy New Year from Fort Wayne. If anyone wants to display their Janus at Moto Expo this weekend, send me your email address.
There you go.
There you go. What? At Moto Expo. What is Moto Expo and where is it?
That's an expo.
Fort Wayne.
It's at the
it's in Fort Wayne.
Yeah, it's at Fort Wayne, but it's at the it's at the
that one place.
The sports arena.
That's that one thing. Just giving you a hard time.
Thanks. No, it's at the stadium.
Okay.
I think.
It's not important. That's cool.
It is important. It's a great show.
Give us more deets.
Give us more details.
Precise details. I would love to.
Yes, he has a video on his channel. I'm thinking he's talking about Huntley.
The Mutt Flaps. Yeah. The Coliseum. The Fort Coliseum.
That's it.
Such a cool name for a stadium. You've got a thing though, Richard.
I do have a thing. Yeah. And so this is, I thought this would be a good time to feature this thing. Things, as you all know, come in many shapes and sizes and natures. If you are new to the Ramble Stream, though, I'll do a quick definition of a thing.
We'll get it. We're going to get it soon.
A thing, when we talk about a thing, we're kind of, I originally laid out what a thing is, stealing the concept from many other great philosophers. But a thing is the opposite of a like a cheap commodity,
like an accessory.
So I'm going to kind of go via negativa here. Yeah, like an appliance.
Yes.
So maybe nowadays we can think about the Volkswagen Bug as a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe when it was first made, it wasn't. Who knows? It was a cheap thing. Yeah, a cheap appliance. But they really are. They're things that stand the test of time. They're objects. They're physical objects. They're hardware. Right? And that's software.
Hardware that you actively try to protect and repair.
Hardware that you repair.
Hardware that you repair. We've done it, Richard.
There it is.
We've done
one
it.
Sentence.
Hardware that you repair.
That's a thing. Okay.
That's all right.
Anyway, they can be textiles. They can be metalwork. Today we're going to talk about a textile. And the thing that I'm going to talk about today, because of the theme, is a fabric patch that you can purchase from Janus Motorcycles. I think the ones that we have available right now are copper colored. But this one is hand chenilled about half a block that way.
That doesn't make any sense.
By an awesome tailor. But this is the basis for this design is a Roman coin. And so we actually tried to replicate this is not because Kevin Cook doesn't know how to sew a circle. It's because we decided to make it rough around the edges, like a beat up coin.
That's cool. So cool.
And this is this is based on an archaeological, a Janus faced coin. Sometimes you'll see Janus with a old face and a young face, but typically actually in the Roman mythology, they're kind of mirror images. But it says Janus Motorcycles, Goshen, Indiana, are on the outside. And we wear these types of patches on when you've spent 1 year as a Janus employee. You get a black jean jacket and a patch on the back.
So cool.
So that's kind of an anniversary right there.
A tradition,
if you will. So anyway, this is we do sell large Janus patches. They do not count as what is the word that I'm thinking of? That 1%ers have on their back.
Oh, it's like a patch, like a patch.
Yeah, it doesn't count as a gang sign.
You're not patched if you have it.
No. So you don't have to worry about that. But it's a fun way to kind of signify your club.
Your homage. It's an homage to, because if you don't attract enough attention already, cool.
Yeah,
you just get this big old patch on your back.
I have a couple of these on a couple of jackets.
Very cool.
Really fun.
I don't even know how do you hand chenille?
It's a special machine, but this is just thread that's been kind of hold up. Chenilling is that if you have a letter jacket, or you know what a letter jacket is, it's the same thing like the letter is.
Got it.
That fuzzy.
Yeah.
Chenilled. Look.
Chenilled is a fun word, and I think we should use it more often. That's really cool. So did he like draw? Stencil it,
they embroider it, and then they chenille over that.
Got it.
They probably do a machine embroidery, and then the chenilling is done over top.
Gosh, that's really cool.
Available now from Janus Motorcycles website.
This stream has been brought to you by Janus Motorcycles. Get all your Janus needs at janusmotorcycles.com.
It counts as a Harley patch. A rocker. That's the word I was looking for.
A rocker.
Yeah. No, it's not a 1%er.
Goshen top rocker and Indiana bottom. What? Indiana bottom rocker, Simtex says.
That's when they have like the top and the bottom.
Got it. It looks like a perfect giveaway.
Colors is the other thing. Yeah. This is not colors. You go to a bar, they'll let you in.
Yeah, no colors. This isn't gang related. Or negative gang related. It does look like a perfect giveaway patch. Unfortunately, we're not giving away a patch today. Maybe next episode. Who knows? On 112, a better named episode.
It's like a varsity patch, exactly.
Did you ever have a varsity coat? Like a varsity jacket?
I was not a varsity player.
Sometimes you can get them for like academia or band.
Oh yeah,
so stuff like that. I used to be a varsity athlete in my high school. So I used to wear that thing all the time.
Actually, the guy Kevin who makes these, that does the varsity patches.
That feels right. I feel like you should have a handle on that market.
Yeah,
on the chenilling market. We've got a lot of news, like Janus related news today.
That's right.
We can quickly. Do you want to talk about?
We got time too. We can cover this stuff.
We do.
Yeah.
We've got Winter Moto Camp.
Yeah, so I'll talk about that a little bit.
That's great.
Winter Moto Camp is put on by Moto Michigan, which is a motorcycle group, I will say. But Hunter is a motorcycle enthusiast designer based out of the Detroit area, and he runs a coffee shop and motorcycle shop called Moto. And you can look him up. Moto, I think they just look up Moto Detroit. And he hosts 2 events every year, Winter Moto Camp and Moto Camp. So it started off as Moto Camp, which is the summer swimming in the river and dirt biking event up in middle Michigan, north of Grand Rapids. And they started doing Winter Moto Camp. It's on his dad's farm north of Detroit. And it's a really fantastic, fun, family-friendly, honestly, event. It kind of does like they have a barn, and then they let you set up tents, and you can just rip your motorcycle around in the snow or the mud, depending on how the weather is doing. And they have a slot car track in the barn, like a big one.
That's so cool.
And it's just a motorcycle culture place. We have a big potluck on Saturday night. Because it is such a personal event, it's an invite only. However, if you're interested in going, get a hold of us, and you're a Janus person, or you can contact Moto Michigan, and get a hold of them for an invitation. Not trying to be exclusive with it, but it is like you're with a bunch of friends, and so they keep it somewhat
kind of small.
Small.
Yeah.
But we would love to have, if you're a Janus owner, they've encouraged us to invite you out there. So we encourage you to come.
Yeah, I've never been.
It's cold, and it's camping. So it's not, and there's no hotels nearby. So you need to be up for a challenge.
Get ready to be either very cold or very wet.
And very cold.
Or both. Or both.
And cook your food over a fire.
Yeah, it's at the end of January, right? It's the January
last weekend of the year. Yep. Into February, and we will be going. We'll have a bunch of Janus bikes there. We're going to do be demoing a lot of, or taking photographs of new merchandise and stuff like that as well. So I'm excited. Last year was the first time I went. I had a really good time, and we actually met the folks that did all the Super Chrome for the 10th anniversary there.
So cool. Next up, you guys have heard us talk about this all the time, but it's really important. It's the WeFunder.
The WeFunder.
What do you guys say about the refund? The
ReFunder?
The WeFunder.
WeFunder is doing very, very well. We are just shy of $400,000.
Awesome.
Thank you, first and foremost, to all of you all, because I know many of the folks on the Ramble stream have been participants in that campaign. And that goes not only just to supporting Janus Motorcycles, but to buying a little piece of Janus Motorcycles or a big piece, depending on how much you want to put in.
You could buy a big piece. You should buy a big piece now that we're talking about it.
But this is a way over the last 14 years, we've had numerous requests from customers about how they can both help out Janus Motorcycles and invest in it. And this is how you can do this. This is finally a way that we've figured out that really will go toward helping us. Our goal is to raise $1 million to help us expand our production, expand our facilities, and head into 2026 with a new face to the future.
Wow.
Of growth.
Wow.
Very, very excited about it. We had a webinar a couple of weeks back. Unfortunately, we did not have enough memory on our software to store it.
That one's on me.
We didn't record it.
That one's on me. I'll take it. Let's take it.
Technical difficulties go to Jansen. But we're going to be doing another webinar on WeFunder. We are not publishing the date on that yet because we don't know when we're going to hit $500,000. But when we get to 500,000, we will do another webinar, and that will help us to kind of promote the algorithm on the WeFunder platform. WeFunder is if you're not familiar with it, it's like the big brother of Kickstarter crowdfunding. Yeah, we are not raising as much as many of the other companies. People are raising tens and millions of dollars on it, but it allows for automotive companies, et cetera, to raise funds, and it's simple. It's all common stock. You'd be part of a single entity, WeFunder, buying shares of Janus Motorcycles.
Yep.
If you have any additional questions on WeFunder or investment in Janus Motorcycles, you can email me, rambling at Janus Motorcycles, and we can put you in touch with, if I can't answer it, we'll put you in touch with those who can.
Yeah.
So most of the questions I'll be able to help you out with. So
yeah.
we look forward. If you have any questions at all on it, shoot me an email and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, but most importantly, thank you very much for everybody who has contributed so far. Next, one of the things that we did want to cover is, this is just a kind of a symbolic, but it's a thank you. We have some perks.
We do have some perks
for the WeFunder campaign.
And they are.
If you can pull that up so that I can remember them all.
I don't remember them all. We had just got an email with them though.
Aren't they in the agenda?
No.
Oh.
They may have been. Hold on. What are perks? Nope.
All right, Jane.
I'm trying to fill time here.
I'll tell you what perks are. Perks are a it's like you know how like an honorarium is not paying a speaker for their work, because you can't really pay someone for the benefit of what they've given you.
Oh, but he's got it.
But a perk is, if you invest at a certain level, you get something back as a little thank you. So obviously the financial value of it is not commensurate with the investment you made. Wouldn't make sense for us to do that. But if you invest as little as $250, you can get an official Janus investor patch. At the $1,000 level, a custom engraved Janus fuel cap. If you don't have a Janus Motorcycles, you can still get a Janus fuel cap.
Sure can.
Custom engraved.
Custom.
Just you send us your artwork. At the $5,000 mark, you get lifetime access to any Janus rally or official event. We had a question in the on the Ramble stream. Yeah. On the Ramble stream, if that would apply toward a regular general admission pass or a VIP ticket. And since we're kind of moving toward a more accessible model for the Janus Rally with a lower ticket price, that would go toward lifetime VIP ticket holder access. So, I mean, it's an obvious choice. $5,000 at least.
That feels like a no-brainer.
$10,000 is 10% off of any Janus motorcycle, and at the $25,000 mark, 10% off all Janus purchases.
Yeah, like forever.
These perks complement the broader purpose of the raise, continuing to invest in production systems, operational improvements, and long-term scalability, while staying true to craftsmanship, people, and place that has defined Janus Motorcycles. So, once again, big thank you to all of you who've already contributed. And if you have any questions on the perks levels, I have fielded some questions on that. Just shoot me an email. again, rambling at Janus Motorcycles.
Yeah. Speaking of questions, with $5,000, do you also get the patch and the fuel cap?
Yes.
Yes.
You obviously have put in 250 as well.
Right. And then our last announcement is something really cool. It's the Ride or Die motorcycle show.
Yes. So this is, I'm really excited about this. We're going to see how the first year goes.
Yeah.
First year for any kind of a motorcycle show is, if you're familiar with that circuit, is always testing the waters,
right,
and figuring out how it's going to go. But we are partnering with Journeyman Distillery, which is originally, I think they're in, is it Three Rivers or Three Oaks? You remember? Journeyman? No. It's up in Michigan, southern Michigan.
It's one of the threes. It's either Three Rivers or Three Oaks. I'm not sure.
But Journeyman has been around for many years, and they have make very good. It's a very good distillery. I'm particularly fond. I think Journeyman was the first gin. Three Oaks is where they are. Is the first gin I ever drank. Neat.
Really?
And it's good. It's like you can sip gin. I did not know that you could do that.
Just like a pine tree.
I always have it with tonic water.
Yeah.
Anyway, they've opened a new facility in Valparaiso, Indiana, and it's massive.
Huge.
It's in an old manufacturing facility. They host all kinds of events. And they came to us with the idea not only of building a Janus motorcycle, custom bike, but of hosting a motorcycle show. Mm-hmm. And typically with motorcycle shows, the main problem, if you're organizing one, is how do you find an event space, right, and how do you pay for it?
Right.
We don't have that problem.
None of it.
Because they're doing it.
And it's huge.
What we're working on doing is supplying them with a number of custom builders. And so if you have a customized Janus motorcycle or a customized any kind of motorcycle, mm-hmm, you can go and submit your bike for the show. We're looking for about 30 bikes.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off with a little bit smaller show. I mean, 30 bikes is a big show.
Is a lot of bikes.
But it's going to be happening. We picked, you'd think the winter months would be a difficult time for a motorcycle show, but this is when the Midwest does all our motorcycle shows. Yep. Right. So we had to find a spot between Mama Tried and other winter shows. It is going to be happening on Valentine's Day. So it's going to have a Valentine's Day theme. And just in case your significant other isn't interested in motorcycles for some peculiar reason,
godforsaken reason,
it's at a lovely distillery with a restaurant, and there will be all kinds of vendors there.
Yep.
Photography, all kinds of fun things.
It's going to be awesome.
And to spend a great date evening.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get your nails done.
Your nails did?
Your nails did?
Get your nails did. Come on.
You could have your nails done.
You could have your nails did while looking at motorcycles. I mean, come on. What more do you want?
Anyway, it's going to be a really good time. Janus we're really excited about it. We're playing a big role in it. And again, if you know of someone or you have a custom bike, if you have a custom Janus, especially, please enter in that. Do we have a link?
I posted it in all the chats here, so you should be able to access that. And through that link.
Okay, that link.
I believe, Amy, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that link you can send in an application to showcase a bike. Is that correct?
Yep, it's in the event.
Great.
Okay, and can we try and remember to get that in the YouTube description?
Yeah.
Video description? Okay, great. For folks watching this after this. Anyway, very excited about it. Thanks for bearing with me as I promote that.
That's great.
We'll be repeating this, but it's not very long away. We've got a lot of work to do.
A lot of work to do. It is six weeks away. It'll be here before we know it. It's
fun wintertime motorcycle activity.
Then. Yeah. It's gonna be awesome. Cool. I think that's all the announcements.
Okay.
Bring everybody out here.
Okay. Time to ramble.
What do you know about January?
What do I know about January? I don't know a whole lot about January, but I know a little bit. And what I do know, I'll share. And if you all know something about January, shout it out in the comments. There was a YouTuber who put a big deposit on an arch and never got it.
Oh, no way. Huh. That's
scroll through those comments and see what's going on with that. That's interesting.
That's Keanu Reeves?
Yeah. Well, anyway, January is the first month of the year. And it is that way for a reason, because it's named after the Roman god Janus.
Yeah.
Janus is a uniquely Roman god. Most of the Roman pantheon of gods and goddesses, you can find a corollary in the Greek gods and goddesses. You have Zeus and Olympus, Hera and Minerva, all the Athena and Minerva. There's a parallel between the different gods and goddesses. There is no Greek version of Janus, so he was completely maybe an Etruscan, which is the tribe before the Romans showed up.
Yeah,
that lived on the side of the Tiber River,
like an original.
Yeah, it's an OG. It's a uniquely Roman deity, and the meaning of Janus is very Roman too, because the Romans were very much about order and law and organization and documenting things compared to the way the Greeks operated. And so Janus, in addition to being the door, the Latin word for door is Janua, which is literally it's Janus.
Janua.
Which the Janus in Latin is Janus, and Ianus. They didn't have a J.
Right.
There is no J in Latin. But so the idea of a door is that it's like a hinge point between two things. And the original Roman calendar didn't have, there were only 10 months of the year.
Huh.
So it started in March, which was named after Mars, who's the god of war.
Okay.
Which is when they would start going to war. March.
It's warm out.
Ground's thawed out. It's time to go conquer somebody.
It's time to go take over a land.
Exactly. And then the months just kept progressing. And so by the time you get to September, it's the 7th month.
Okay.
October, November, and December. And then there was just this period of time when they didn't have months.
Because they were sleeping all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It was the winter. They didn't count time.
That's crazy. The winter already goes by so slow.
Right.
You imagine not having any clue when it was done.
So they say, the legend is that Romulus named the months. Romulus and Remus. You're right. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
They suckled at the wolves.
Yep.
Romulus named the first 10 months of the year. And then this second king of Rome, Numa, named Janus, or January, but it wasn't really a month. It was just a time.
Yeah.
So they had January and February, but these were these kinds of like just periods. Mm-hmm. But obviously January is named after Janus, and it's this point, but it really didn't exist in time. It was like outside of the calendar. So you would take this month to literally it was an end and a start. So it was what we call it, like liminal space. It's like outside of
time.
Yeah, in a way. And it was where they basically took stock.
Interesting.
And you kind of have to have an end to have a beginning.
Right.
And you have to kind of have a beginning to have an end.
Right. Hey, this guy
pretty interesting.
He's pretty smart.
Yeah, pretty smart guy, right? So then they moved to the Julian calendar, which is what we talked about, old Christmas. They had to make an adjustment to make the calendar work. Right. And they realized that they had to have like legal battles continue, whether it's January or December or January.
Right.
And they had to mark time.
Right.
So they gave these months, they created these months, but January took on this role as like the beginning of like so it's when the Roman consuls would take office. Mm. So it's like it's kind of legal, numerical, like taking stock,
like a little reset.
So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's like when you kind of took stock of the year. Yeah. But it was this like, just like Janus, it's outside of time. Mm-hmm. It's looking simultaneously to the past and the future.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It's really, really amazing.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's even more amazing that they just didn't have 2 months.
They just stopped.
No, they didn't. It's not that they didn't have them. It's that they didn't matter
Right.
because they weren't months of action.
What?
They were months of planning and of contemplation in a weird way, because you couldn't really you couldn't do farming.
Right.
You couldn't do war.
Right. I mean, what else is
there to do if you're a Roman?
Just farming and war. That's it. Nothing else.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, I just think that that's very interesting to think about. And I think that tradition has carried on to today.
Yeah.
Where we often, maybe even before we take them seriously, we mock New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
But I think that there's a lot of power to a New Year resolution.
Yeah.
Because it is a moment when we do take a minute to think about the year before, and then also plan, and oftentimes the resolutions we make, we may not follow through on.
Right.
But obviously the goal is that we are going to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you don't have a beginning, you can't really have an end.
Because then, and
you can't plan for something if you didn't have a plan, or you can't succeed if you don't have some sort of like mission.
Right. And then you can't assess either. Like if you don't have a time to look.
And you can't really be successful if you don't measure your success.
So how much of this thinking was, like, how much of Janus's name was inspired by this thinking? Was it all of it, or was it like?
That's a good question. I mean, really, I always tell this story. The naming of a motorcycle company was really difficult because we originally were Paragon Motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
We still are. Actually, if you go to WeFunder, it's Paragon Motorcycles, DBA Inc., DBA Janus, which just means the best. But all the names had kind of been taken, and so we decided to go with something different. And I was.
So like Ducati was on the list, like Yamaha was on the list.
No, like Kawasaki, Acme, Zenith, all the ideas that I was looking at. But I spent a lot of time in Rome, and like the sense of meaning that it has.
Yeah.
So when that concept came up to me, I was like, oh, this is a beautiful idea, because the meaning behind it has names are really important, and the meaning of Janus has a direct connection to what we're trying to do, which is to create a motorcycle that looks to the past and the future. And the Janus, if you're not familiar, I haven't mentioned this already, the Janus, the god Janus has two faces. And so he bifrons is what the Latin, but he looks to the past and the future. Sometimes he's represented with having an old man's face on one side and a young man's face on the other. But again, like this Roman coin image, it's just kind of a mirror image looking two ways.
Yeah.
But he does exist in this kind of liminal space, and in a very Roman fashion, he was the god of war and peace, so duality.
Right.
So the temple of Janus, and I can never remember which way it is. The doors were open in time of war and closed in time of peace, or vice versa,
or opposite.
But he was the god of doorways, of bridges, of contracts. Think about that.
Beginning and an end.
Beginnings and ends, of order. And I like to extrapolate out from that he's the god of the road, because what is a road? Has a beginning and an end.
Right. Well, sometimes.
But always. It goes somewhere for a reason. And when you're on the road, you're in between those two.
Right. You're in the liminal
literally
space.
in that liminal space. Yeah, you are. Right. You are. And my favorite factoid about Janus is that the janitor comes from Janus too, and he's the person who cleans the doorstep.
Cleans it. It's got to be clean.
So.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah. So why don't we talk maybe a little bit about Janus and looking past and forward?
I was going to ask about if you have any reflections from this year that stand out, or do you New Year's resolutions?
I do. I probably would have mocked New Year's resolutions more in years past, but I've had in years more recent resolutions, and I feel like they have been very, very instrumental in getting anything done.
Yeah, right. It's like,
especially if you at the end of the year, especially if at the end of the year you revisit them,
you can assess
and you say, this one I did really well. This one maybe not so well. And then sometimes you decide you're going to carry that over to the next year, or you decide that it's not worthwhile. And that actually gets to like a simple concept of priorities. So the way that I keep notes in my, notebooks, which we've talked about before, is a system of priorities. And that those priorities every week is a cycle. And at the end of the week, you say, okay, these were things were done, and these things will carry over to the next time. Or this is something that's obsolete, and we just need to cast aside. And those things are important too. Right. But then the same thing, you can do that daily. You can do that hourly. Like we were talking about traditions, like what defines a tradition? Is it something, and yearly is such a good measure because it connects to this cycle of the sun and the planets.
This important thing,
really important thing. And it's enough time that we actually have time to set. Like if you're able to do something for a year, it really matters. If you're able to do something for a day, you could forget. You can not really set a habit. Right.
I used to poo-poo like New Year's resolutions until I found something that kind of worked for me. I don't set New Year's resolutions like specific ones. I just like decide a specific word. So 2 years ago, my phrase was double down. Last year, my phrase was consistency. And this year, I've yet to pick a word of what I want to kind of view everything through. And I've noticed that kind of steers my mental pathways a little bit. If I always think back to like, okay, what am I focusing on this year?
So there's another way of looking at that, which I think would address what you're saying. And that is that we cannot see the future. We can see the past. If we reflect on it, and we document it, you don't really know what's going to happen next.
No.
So you do have to leave it somewhat open. Yeah. So if I look back at Janus Motorcycles in the last year, 2025, a lot of the things that we set out to do, I did not foresee. However, the gist of it, I'm really pleased with our ability to deliver on it. And that is, it was a year of rebirth. I would describe it now in retrospect.
It's pretty convenient that the Phoenix 450 is coming out in a little bit,
But we had to kind of like reevaluate our core premises. And we also brought in a lot of experience. And that has a lot of significance if you think about Janus. Like people, what is significance other than a lot of past that helps you with the future?
Some history to inform your decision making.
So that's something that over the last year, we've taken a very hard look at ourselves, made tough decisions. But 2020, I would describe it as our year of rebirth. Kind of maybe burning some things down to see them, not to be too literal and Phoenix-like, but to see them kind of rise. Sometimes you have to kill things in order to have things grow again.
Well, the stupid cliche, of that you probably hear all the time about the pine tree and how, pine cones only open or oftentimes open up really well when there's wildfire. And then it's germinate the seeds. So it's like it's part of the process of planting. It's sometimes things need to get knocked down first.
Absolutely, yeah. We've said goodbye to many dear members of the team here. We've welcomed a lot of new members of the team, and along with that comes a lot of sorrow and a lot of excitement about what's going to happen next. It's definitely been a difficult year.
What's been a highlight,
Challenging.
as far as like Janus goes, of
Highlight
for this year?
I think it's seeing the level structure coming into this organization in a new way. And I think it's probably also like growing pains. If you think about like a tree growing, like
there it is.
It can be somewhat chaotic.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, it does have to find a form,
Right.
and it has to be recognizable as what it is.
Right.
Everything has to be directed to the same goal.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's something that I think we've done a really good job at.
Yeah.
And so now looking forward to 2026, the vision we have, which we've talked quite a bit about with WeFunder, and I think it's very telling that we're doing WeFunder right now at this juncture, is that, first of all, we had to do a financial review.
Yeah.
And then what is that but a total examination of your financial past?
Right.
I mean, very deep. It took us months to do that.
I can't
have it
imagine.
done. And then of course what the WeFunder is doing is it's looking forward to what we're trying to do. And well, we've talked a little bit about that, but things I'm excited about are building more motorcycles,
Classic.
reducing our lead time,
Classic.
which that was a big struggle with 2026 is supply chain struggles that we went through. Many of you all in this chat, I know, are familiar with that, how long it's taken us to get motorcycles completed. We are putting in place, over the last year, we put in place an MRP system, which is a material resource planning software, which allows us to track everything.
Very sexy.
If you knew what it can do, you would be excited as I am. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's very hard to implement.
Yeah.
But we have done so. And so in this year, we're looking forward to reducing our lead time, building many more motorcycles. And in order to do that, we're going to have to move our facility. Making that happen is going to be another challenge, and actually doing it. We're very excited. We have a new location, which y'all are familiar with, TT, which we can expand into. I would be very, very sad to leave this location if it wasn't for something that I was so excited about.
Right. We just moved the studio here, Richard.
I know.
We're going to move it back to the paint booth.
Even better. No paint booth. I'm looking forward to expanding our production team, redesigning our production engineering, welcoming new roles. We've just promoted 2 of our team. Bill Seals was in our purchasing. He's now vice president of supply chain, or of operations, sorry. And Scott Ferguson, who was our supply chain director, is vice president of supply chain. We have many other new kind of title changes, new additions to the team. Our marketing department, of which Jansen is a consultant and member, is going to be blossoming. PR, marketing coordinators, ad buyers, sales team,
The whole nine.
the whole 9 yards. So very, very excited, and very grateful for everyone, all of you all who've helped contribute to that. The WeFunder campaign is going to be part of it. Our board of directors has also been a big part of it. We're very excited to have brought in more additional investment to be able to allow us to expand. We're just very excited about a lot of opportunities that we're extremely blessed to have. So the plan, I'm trying to think of a way of putting 2026 as sort of like if last year was a year of rebirth, I think 2026 will be a year of execution, delivering on the plan.
Yeah.
So it will be no less difficult, but I think it'll be a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
And rewarding.
Because a plan is absolutely nothing. Like in reality, a plan, it's nothing
Without execution.
without actually doing it.
Yeah. And it's very difficult to execute if you don't have a plan.
Right. Well, yeah. I wouldn't say it's hard to execute without a plan, but you definitely,
I would.
you don't know what you're supposed to be executing, so you're just going by the seat of your pants every 3 seconds.
Right.
Which isn't fun. But you can do it for sure.
Well, that's been a lot of our history.
Yeah, right. Yeah, from the outside looking in, it feels like kind of transitioning from like scrappy, like startup kind of mentality into like, okay, we kind of have some of our ducks in a row now, or we're putting them in a row, and we're ready to cross the street and not get hit by other cars. we're ready to just get ripping, and that's what it feels like. I mean, I feel energy is building here a little bit, and it's been cool to be a piece of it. We're really excited for 2026 as well, as far as Janus goes.
Absolutely, we're very, very, very grateful for all of you all, and all the support. We would not be where we are without our customers, especially all of our Ramble streamers who represent some of our most dedicated customers.
You guys are the most dedicated customers.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, there are 70-ish people of you in here every week.
Janus goes to war in March. Yes, I like it. Jeff, I totally agree.
We're opening
Janus
the door.
goes to Mars in March.
We're opening the door.
Yeah.
Someone else swinging.
Yeah. Janus goes to war in March. I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic, and it's true because what starts in March? The riding season.
Thank God.
The first month of the year. No, yeah, we're real fun for Crux. We're really excited about it. So thank you all. Do we have any other last questions?
Hold on.
Old school. Oh no,
You dude's obsessed with Crocs. Smoking.
It's old school for you. I think old school has got it under control for all of us.
Yeah, he's reining it in.
Are you hiring stunt riders? All right.
No.
Old school still there. Was still great. We got lots of comments coming through. But anyway, I think it's time to wrap this up. We are, I'll just say it again. We're very grateful for all of you all. Wouldn't be here without you, and excited to share many rambling adventures with you in the coming year and beyond. We will see you again next week for Ramble Stream episode 112. We don't have a program yet.
Not yet.
But we will.
We will.
And we will also, by that point, we'll be very close to kicking into high gear with a new videos coming out, more content. And
you guys better have lots of free time to watch all these videos that are going to come.
And then be ready, because Janus goes to war in March. That wraps up this episode of the Ramble Stream podcast. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, subscribe wherever you listen, share it with a fellow Rambler, and please consider leaving a rating. And join us live every Monday at 7 p.m. on YouTube for our weekly Ramble Stream. You can also find us at ramblestreampod.com and on social at RambleStream.
We'll be back next week with more conversations, more stories, and of course, more rambling.
And remember, many of those who ramble may very well be lost, but that's probably the point.